Hello, or should I say g'day. My name is Linda Shum and I live in Australia, but in China is where my main work is now that I'm old in retirement. For the last 23 years I have worked to make lives for abandoned and disabled children in a city called Jiaozhou in Henan Province, central China. It has been an amazing journey, and I was a teacher for a long time, but old teachers never die, they simply lose their class. So now we run our own school and we have foster homes for children to give them a family atmosphere and to let them know they are no longer orphans because they belong to us. Many of them have been adopted, many of them have grown up and have gone, some to university, some to get married and work, and some to live in the adult facility for disabled people. Today I'm going to tell you about our foster homes. In 2006, we were to open our first foster home on the 14th of December, and we were to travel to China on the 12th of December. That was a bit tricky because Greg died on the 1st of December, and I went after the funeral and settled a little bit. I still went on the 12th, and my friend Chris came with me, and we opened our very first foster home, which we call Eagle's Wings, because of 2 Chronicles, I think it's 4 verse 19b, or the other way round, but I think that's right. Anyway, you can look it up. But the words are, I raised you up on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. And the idea is that God would raise these children up on eagle's wings, and if they grow up, great. If they get adopted, great. If they go and have normal lives out in the community, or if they live in the adult facility for the rest of their lives, at least they have had good lives, because we say our mission statement is every day, every child, happiness. We have that on the walls of the halls of our places in the building, which is it is the welfare building where all the orphans live. But on the 10th floor we have apartments. We have 8 apartments. One, it's hot today, it's 41 degrees. We have 8 apartments. One is for visitors and the rest are for children. We have only 35 children at the moment, so we have only 4 foster homes. There are more children needing our love, but there aren't as many families abandoning their children because of the 2-child policy, and also the government helps people with disabled children in these days, which is great. It's a good problem to have. But for the children we do have, we need to make a home that has full of love, full of activities, full of joy, full of happiness, full of good boundaries, good discipline. We have a fabulous child safety policy and a child management policy, and those 2 policies work very well to keep our children safe and growing up well as can be expected. So at the moment we have 4 foster homes, and those foster homes are just thumping with activity. You can imagine. Some of the children are severely handicapped, and some of them just have a small handicap. Whatever their needs are, we strive to fulfill them. We put things in place to keep them well occupied, especially at weekends, We used to be allowed to go out and go shopping and do those things, but because of COVID we have been unable to do that. But we still go out into the playground and play games and get plenty of exercise. It's getting to be really cold there now, so we have to watch the weather a little bit, but the children need at least half an hour of sunshine to get their vitamin D. So the staff understand that and they do it. It's not hot here, it's not cold here today. This time last year I was in China, and it's been a whole year since I have been, and I cannot see when I will be allowed to go back. In the meantime, I work for them from wherever I am. I live in 2 places in Queensland, and wherever I am, I can work for them. But because we haven't been, I haven't been able to go and speak at places because of COVID, and that is why we started this YouTube channel, so that if you are interested, you can find out about how things are going on. I did make a PowerPoint presentation about our homes, and I put oobla dee, oobla da, life goes on, because life has gone on for our children. They've hardly noticed that there's COVID, because our staff have done such a great job of managing them and keeping them safe from the virus, as well as keeping themselves safe from the virus. The adult facility is still in lockdown, so we have about 6 or 7 kids who've turned 18, but because of the lockdown they cannot go to the adult facility, which means we cannot bring up more children from the 1st, 2nd and 3rd floors until that happens. But it's good for the adult kids, because the adult facility is not as loving as our foster homes are. The Eagle's Wings also means we want the children to rise above the storms of life and soar above them, like the eagle does. Eagles feature in so many stories in Scripture, and they always mean rising above the storms. We thank you for your help and if you are part of our Chinese Orphans Assistance Team family, we welcome you, and we want you to know that what you are doing is making a difference. If you pray, if you go, and if you give. Of course, we can't go at the moment, but we can go in our hearts. I've been speaking to Wenbo this morning, and he explained to me that children who have no mother or father or grandparents must come and live in the orphanage. And he said, I know I am no longer an orphan, Nai, because I belong to you. I include him in my life a lot because he is bedridden, and I've told you his story before. If you've missed it, it's on our YouTube page. A delightful boy, nearly 17 years old, with kidney failure and spina bifida, so he will not live to be an adult. In the meantime, he has every day, every child, happiness, and that is working for him, and it's working for the other children. We cannot thank you enough for helping us to raise these children. It takes a village to raise a child, and you are part of this village. So go to our webpage, www.eagleswingschina.org, or look at our YouTube channel for other stories about our children. Every child has a story, and every child, we need to have a victorious story, and through your help we can do that. Yes, we are tax deductible. We take sponsorships from as low as $10 a month, or if you cannot afford that, if you commit to pray. Prayer changes things, and if you are a prayer, you are part of the family, and we thank you. All right, well, that's probably enough for this session. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a young man called Elijah Richmond, and he is putting together the YouTube, and he will put photos over the top of my old face. It's not that attractive, so the children's faces say it all. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I don't know what that means, but I've seen other people say that. So if you do that, I think it helps somehow. And share it. Thank you. Bye.